And the reason why is because almost all travellers now bring their own smartphones, tablets and laptops on board the plane. Doesn't seem a lot of point to use them. A spokesperson for the airline said, more than 90% of our passengers already bring a device or screen with them when they fly. These phones and tablets are continually upgraded, they're easy to use and most importantly are the technology that our customers have chosen. The airline does plan to keep seatback screens on the wide-body jets, including the Boeing 777, the 787 and the Airbus A380, which operates on international routes. To help with this, the American is upgrading its Wi-Fi to a faster satellite-powered service to enable flyers to stream video, movies and TV shows, and sees the static seat monitors as outdated tech. Spokesperson said it makes sense for American to focus on giving customers the best entertainment and fast connection options rather than installing seatback monitors which will be obsolete within a few years. The 4 Boeing MAX jets will be delivered to American Airlines later this year. So it's just internal flights where you could be twiddling your thumbs if you didn't want to pay for the Wi-Fi. No mention here of how much it's going to cost you to stream videos onto your own device. As I say many times, I spend a lot of time at Luton Airport, and a common complaint is the £3 drop-off and pick-up charge. Now, the airport does offer free alternatives. There's the 15-minute free parking at the mid or medium-term car park, or 2 hours free parking at the long-term car park. And there's a free shuttle bus between the terminal building and the car parks. And not only that, the buses stop closer to the terminal than where you paid your £3 to drop off your friends, family, or whatever. Of course, people do complain, well, I mean, get my cases on and off a bus. But anyway, it's there, whether you like it or not. And it's not just Luton Airport that has charges. Glasgow is introducing a drop-off parking charge. And this is going to be £2 for anybody dropping their friends or family at the terminal entrance. The fee is due to be introduced at the end of April, when there's going to be a new multi-million-pound pick-up and drop-off facility at the airport opening up. Somebody's got to pay for it, I guess. Motorists staying up to 10 minutes will have to pay £2 to drop people off. A spokesperson for the airport said anybody staying longer will be subject to an incremental charge. The airport already charges people to pick up people, £2 for 10 minutes and £3 for 20, and this has been in place since 2010. Glasgow Airport handles 9.2 million passengers a year. Of course, there has been a petition set up already by somebody called John Sim, and there's nearly 600 signatures within 24 hours of starting the petition. John Sim, who started the petition, as I said, accused the airport of implementing a money-making scheme. So who charges what around the UK? Well, drop-off, I've already told, for Glasgow's £2, Luton's £3. Heathrow is £3.80 for 30 minutes. Gatwick £3.50 for 30 minutes. Manchester Terminal 1 £4 for half an hour. Stansted £3 for 10 minutes. Edinburgh £3.90 to pick up, 15 minutes parking. Drop off is £3 for 10 minutes. And Birmingham is £1 for 10 minutes. So Luton, I've already mentioned, charges £3, but it's £1 per minute thereafter. And a 20-minute stay trying to pick your friend up will cost you £13. An awful lot of money. In 2015, the then Parliamentary Undersecretary for the State for Transport, Robert Goodwill, praised the charges, claiming they encourage passengers to take public transport to the airport. However, a spokesperson for the RAC disagrees. They told the Telegraph Travel, in reality, there are a few other options of getting to Glasgow Airport, so it seems unfair to introduce these penalties before there are effective public transport alternatives in place. A spokesperson for Glasgow Airport said that there is a pick-up and drop-off site in the long-stay car park, which is free for stays up to 30 minutes, and the car park is linked to the terminal by a free shuttle bus. So there is a free alternative. Before you start signing the petition, have a think, do I need to pay £3 or do I need to park for free? The choice is yours.
Hey Dave, it's your round, mate.
Yeah, my throat's drier than the Gobi Desert.
All right. Beers all round, yeah?
Okay, which one of you jokers has got my wallet?
Well, I haven't got it. God, he'll do anything to save a few quid.
Yeah, that's right. He's always had short arms and long pockets.
Seriously, guys, someone's nicked it from my bag.
If you lose your wallet, passport or tickets while you're on holiday, your mates winding you up will be the least of your worries. Keep your valuable stuff locked up safely when you don't need it. And if you're on the beach or by the pool, only take the cash you need.
For more information, go to gov.uk/knowbeforeyougo or follow us on Facebook or Twitter.
You can keep up to date with travel news and leave me a message at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. I've talked throughout the show about travel planning, some New Year's resolutions, how people might not be going to America because of Donald Trump. But there are a list of destinations which British travel makers fear the most. And top of this list is Turkey, with 27% of those surveyed saying they feel it's a dangerous place. This is followed by Egypt with 18% and Tunisia in third. You'll be unsurprised to hear that the Middle East and Northern African countries dominated the list. And France was recognised as Europe's most unsafe country. Which gets me thinking, would you say Turkey's in Europe or not? But anyway, I'm picking fault with somebody's survey. The survey revealed that although there are safety concerns, this has not stopped people taking their holidays. 40% take a holiday twice a year, 31% have the luxury of 3 or more annual holidays, and just over 1 in 4 of us, at 27%, go away at least once a year. According to the survey, Brits feel most safe when deciding on a staycation, but for those travelling abroad, Spain remains a firm favourite at 20% feeling the most secure whilst on holiday there. Portugal came 5th as the safest destination, behind Canada in 3rd, and although I mentioned at the beginning of the show people are not going to the US, it's in 4th place, even with all those shootings, which don't happen to be terrorists but are from Americans shooting Americans. Passports remain the most important item while travelling, 53%, but just 10% of us have still managed to lose it on one occasion, and 2% have managed to lose it twice or more. 1 in 4 travellers value their travel documents, credit cards, cash, insurance details and smartphones all equally, but yes, less than 1 in 10 of us place importance on our house or car keys, indicating that these are replaceable and are not taken with us on holiday. Well, mine are, because I drive to the airport. Most of us, 86%, have lost an item of significance on holiday. Sunglasses are the most perishable item, with 47% losing them. I'm one of them. It took me a while to realise I lost them in the sea. 1 in 4 of us have either lost cash or had it stolen from us. And 22% have gone back home without their suitcase. How do you manage that? 5% of us have lost our smartphones in the last 5 years, with more people having them. I'm sure it's just going to go up, which is the equivalent of 1 smartphone loss per every short-haul airplane full of holiday makers. Getting sick or injured plays on the minds of 50% before we take off on holidays, and this exceeds those who worry about terrorism at 32%. 38%, according to the survey, have had medical treatment on holiday for minor illnesses, and 12% have had to be hospitalised or evacuated on holiday. My first long-haul holiday, I mashed my knees up playing football. You wouldn't believe how infected they were and what was oozing out and how much of it was oozing out. And I found the tour rep completely uninterested, especially when he found out I wouldn't be able to play in the second game. And the game I did play in was the first time we'd won against the hotel. Was it down to me? Well, I only conceded 1 goal, so you make your own judgment, he said big-headedly. 35% have had slight ailments on holiday, which could have caused a little disruption. And most common of these are self-inflicted, such as skin problems due to sunburn or hangovers due to excess alcohol. I was also ill on that first trip from food poisoning. Given the number of illnesses on holiday, it should come to no surprise to you that 90% said they would like the option to access a UK registered GP on their smartphone, wherever they are in the world. And one of the companies behind this survey actually provides it. It's called Babylon, and they have several payment options, which you can check out by going to the Babylon website. What do you worry about when you're going on holiday? Do you worry about losing your suitcase, your sunglasses, or getting ill? Or you just want to get away from everything and enjoy yourself? Let me know your thoughts. Facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. Last weekend I drove down to the City of London to pick up my wife after she went to a party, and I had less hassle with other road users for the whole 110 mile round trip than I did for 2 miles on the A38 in Birmingham. But anyway, when you're sitting in traffic in London, I do want to have yourself distracted by an advert. Well, Bermuda Tourism has teamed up with Media Agency Group to come up with a way to promote the Caribbean islands, although technically Bermuda is not in Caribbean. When drivers are held up at traffic lights that are controlled at the junction in West London, the camera on the billboard scans the number plate of the vehicle. It then instantly identifies the make and model of the car and changes the digital display of the ad to basically change it to what they reckon the driver of the car is worth. Bermuda, as it says here, given its distance from the UK and the quality of hotels, is not exactly a cheap destination to go to, which is why it's focusing its adverts on this junction in West London to the people who have posh cars. These messages are activated when the cars are valued at more than £40,000 and are less than 4 years old. A spokesperson for Media Agency Group, or MAG, said the campaign highlights the truly versatile nature of its digital out-of-home advertising and has incredible potential that new technologies and innovations carry for the industry as a whole. Don't worry though, the image recognition software only matches the vehicle make and model rather than the registered owner's details, which are not available to the system that this company is using to change the advert to match your perceived wealth. Do you feel this is creepy? Do you like the idea that people are scanning your car registration number and making judgments on the age of the vehicle and how much it costs from new? Would you like to see this sort of thing banned? Let me know. Facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. Well, that's the end of this week's show. Lots of travel information which hopefully will help you with your plans for travel for 2017 if you've not already arranged it. Well, now we're in February, the bookings do die down a little bit, although there are still quite a rush. March, April gets really quiet from my experience of a travel agent anyway. As I mentioned earlier, I'm looking at investigating the pollution around airports in the UK and whether this is causing any health issues. I'm also interested in noise, traffic, anything that disrupts you if you live near an airport. Please do tell me about it at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show so I can add it into this investigation, which hopefully is going to be on air in March. If you haven't made your travel plans yet and there is a destination you're interested in, the Facebook page is the place to go. Drop me a message. I'll get somebody on the show to talk about the destination so you can know all about it before you hand over your money. If you've had any problems with people booking your holidays this year, let me know about that too and I'll investigate that as well. I do hope you can join me next time on the Travel Show with John Guinn on ukhealthradio.com, where each week I check out before you check in.